crock of poo. I would imagine he was the first one to be voted out, but they didn't. They kept him in and held him right up until the very end there.
Hello everybody, we're the Highwaymen and I'm Jay.
Hello everybody, and I'm Steve. Welcome to you. Jay, what are we talking about this week?
Today we are going to be talking about Matt Hancock, who we briefly discussed in our I'm a Celebrity video a few weeks back. And if you watch that video, you'll see we didn't have high expectations of him, but he's gone from being a very unpopular politician to a national treasure. No less. How did that happen?
Well, how clever are the spin doctors within the Conservative Party? How very, very clever. So what do you do with somebody who's absolutely despised and disliked? And second to Dominic Cummings and perhaps Boris himself, he has got to have been one of the most disliked, unpopular people in the country. What do? We'll drop him into a game show. That in itself is going to cause controversy, or maybe it won't. So we'll stir that up a little bit. What we'll do is we'll get his constituents to kick off a bit that he's playing a game show and not there doing his job that he's meant to be doing. Get him to do every single trial. That was a given, wasn't it? That was an absolute given. So everyone can laugh at him and point fingers and do all the other bits and pieces. And then from that point on, I reckon it's all been an absolute, how can I describe it? I honestly believe that this was all concocted, and these so-called Strictly Come Dancing, for example, I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here, X-Factor, all this is where the public has to vote. How the heck do you know? Absolute crock of poo. I would imagine he was the first one to be voted out, but they didn't. They kept him in and held him right up until the very end there. So what's it done? We don't see an individual politician anymore. We see them as the party they represent. So if you don't like Boris, you don't like the Conservative Party. If you don't like Matt Hancock, you don't like the Conservative Party. So by making him something that's like a teddy bear, if you like, suddenly everyone likes them again. Very clever, all concocted. I believe that whole thing was laid out from start to end. He couldn't come first because that would be a bit too bloody obvious. So by letting him into the final, come third, job done. I don't know what you think.
So you think the whole thing's a setup then? The whole thing?
Completely, yeah, completely.
I don't know, because, you know, again, for those that don't know, so Matt Hancock was health secretary. He was a guy on television through COVID every single day, telling us all not to mix with other people, to stay safe, no exchanging bodily fluids with anybody that's not a member of your family, and all the rest of it. And then to be found
especially not your granny.
Especially not your granny. Well, you can kiss her, I suppose that's exchanging bodily fluids. And
no
then
tongues.
he was sort of snogging his secretary or his assistant in the lift in the Parliament building or something on camera, and obviously attending this Conservative Party parties. Conservative Party parties. And you know, I've not watched I'm a Celebrity for ages, and the reason I started to watch it, I watched it for about a week, is the fact we discussed it, so we kind of knew who was going on, all the rest of it. So I was kind of invested at that point. And that's the only reason I watched it. And I wanted to see how he did. I wanted to see how some of the others did. And, you know, if I'd have been in there, I'd have found it very hardly to be friendly towards him because of everything that's gone on with my own personal family and his behaviour. However, he wasn't dislikable. He was quite a nice guy. We knew he was going to get voted for every trial, because the public didn't like him. And obviously the MPs could get the app and they could tap away. They could vote for him. You could vote up to 5 times. So guaranteed all the Labour ones are on there tapping away in the lunch hour or whatever. But, you know, he went and he did the trials, but he did them so well. You know, he got all the stars. He didn't moan. He wasn't welshing and screaming. And if you see some of the shorts that I've put on recently of like Dean Gaffney and Paul Burrell, who were like little girls, you know, crying and squealing. You know, he did really well. And literally within about 3 days, the public had warned him and stopped voting for him because he actually wasn't that entertaining. I mean, doing the tasks, he was entertaining because he did what he was doing, but the entertainment factor comes in people who are that uncomfortable. But he just got on and did it like a trooper. And I think, you know, sort of the campmates started to forgive him. And I think the general public started to forgive him.
Because it was all plotted that way. It was all orchestrated, the whole bloody lot. Yes, definitely. Somewhere in 30 years' time, someone's going to uncover the script for that. It was written before any of it was aired or even played out. Exactly saying he's going to come third and he's going to do this and everybody will love him again and we'll get voted back in again and aren't we all marvellous? And in fact, we're even going to use it as a slogan nowadays. I'm a Conservative. Get me back in here. It probably will.
Very good, mate. Very good. I think you're in the wrong job. You should be into marketing more. You should be in marketing. Yes. So yeah. I mean, I don't know what he's been doing in the last week or so. I've not really been watching the news and seeing what he's up to, but I'm sure now that people are like him, and if there's by-elections and things, he will win, even though he's been defunct, because people have gotten to know him as a person a little bit more.
And that sad culture that we now embrace more than God, a celebrity furthermore.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. He's gained this cult status.
Well, this is the thing. He's got an option now that if he doesn't make it in politics, he doesn't continue in politics, he can go into television now because he's got he's known.
I'm sure he will.
Television, you know.
He'll be doing blankety blank next week. Bradley Walsh will knock it on the head. He'll be in there doing freaking
blankety blank. Isn't that Terry Wogan?
Blankety blank, blankety blank. Barry Cryer, blankety blank. Anna Dawson, blankety blank, blankety blank. Patrick Moore, blankety blank. Michelle Dotrice, blankety blank, blankety blank. Kenny Everett, blankety blank, blankety blank. Sandra Dickinson, blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank. And here's your host on blankety blank, Terry Wogan. Blankety blank.
Yes, Dad.
Is he still going? Is he still going? Blankety blank with Bradley Walsh. I'm tuning into that.
Yeah. Bradley Walsh does it now. I think it's on a Saturday night, actually. Could be a Sunday night, don't know. But yes, it's still going on.
So have we forgiven Matt Hancock?
No,
I'm not forgiving him. No, I'm not forgiving him.
Not at all. He's just
I bet a lot have.
Eh?
I bet a lot have. It goes back to the old British public as people getting led up to the stocks, you know, and people throwing tomatoes at them and all the rest of it. And all of a sudden, that's who he was. But now they're all like they're hanging upon these shoulders and they're holding him up and cheering for him.
Oh, genuinely, I am going to applaud the spin doctors from the Conservative Party because you played a blinder. That worked an absolute treat. Well done, you.
If what you're saying is true, then yes, they've done a bloody good job and may have a slight chance in the next election. Who knows what's going to happen between now and then?
No, you can't write this stuff, Jay. You clearly can. You clearly can bloody write it.
Absolutely,
but, no, it's all a charade.
Let's wait for it all to come out in 30 years' time. Well done, Matt.
Yeah, well done, Matt.
Whether it was intentional or unintentional, you've done what needed to be done. Well done, mate. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will see you all next time.
Cheers, everyone. Take care. Bye.